Hello, everybody. Welcome to my podcast. You are what you consume. Podcast on Spreaker, and for my actual YouTube channel, it will be Tell It Like It Is, and it will also be From Darkness to Light. So I'm gonna do both of them today. I hope you guys are doing well. Me, I am doing good. Today, I decided to be the unknown today because this particular topic is going to be based upon the unknown. So I wanted to be the unknown today, which is one thing I love about my personality. But give me 1 second. I need to edit something right quick because I need to take something off and add something. So bear with me just 1 second, and then I'm gonna re-add it. So bear with me a second while I add this thing to it. And I hope you guys are doing well, but a little bit about me. I am a certified recovery life coach. It's all about helping people in their paths, their journeys, and their purpose to a new and better you. I help people when it comes to different facets of recovery, when it comes to relationships, whether it's romantic, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's people you work with, or people you just don't know, when it comes to situations as far as losing your job, financial recovery, when it comes to drugs, alcohol, codependency, sex addiction, when it comes to being loved, liked, appreciated, valued, wanted, needed, to be a part of something, to be validated, to be approved of, to be accepted, for somebody to know your worth, and proving something to people, as well as being seat fillers, Captain Save-A-Ho, Build-A-Bears, Build-A-Dolls, and people pleasers. And I do multiple other recoveries as well. This particular podcast that I'm doing today is all about the addiction of what you consume. People don't think consumption can be an addiction, but it is. Consumption can absolutely be an addiction. And the reason why consumption can be an addiction is because your reaction to it. So let's just say you see something as far as on social media, right? Let's say you see something as far as, and I'll use an example of something. There's a couple by the name of LaTruth, right? And they've been on social media for a while. And they ended up getting a divorce because something happened. And now the young lady that finally left LaTruth now she has 4 kids already, 3 by 1 man and 1 by LaTruth. And now she's with a whole nother dude that basically now she's having twins, and he decided to leave her. Now everybody and their mama is consumed with this situation. Everybody and their mama is talking about it. And it's insane. And it's just like with celebrities, it's also consumption as well. The fact that you get a whole bunch of people talking about, Jennifer Lopez and her divorce, and how Jennifer Lopez used a lot of artists as far as their voice in order to make her career what it was, which we have found that is true, but still. Then you have Sexy Red coming out with makeup, and it's about every single solitary disgusting thing as far as diseases as you can think of, as far as STDs, but that's a whole other conversation. So again, a consumption can also be an addiction, because the fact that you're constantly consuming this is what makes it addictive. The fact that you can't even get students at school to give up their phones. So you have a bunch of students that are right now pissed off because they can't have their phones at school now. They have to put them in their lockers. Now these kids are mad because they cannot have their phones. Now they're basically rebelling. Kids don't even want to go to school because they can't have their phones. If that ain't an addiction, I don't know what is. But there are a lot of people that are addicted to a lot of different things when it comes to what they consume. So if you want to talk about addiction when it comes down to what you consume, that can be drugs, alcohol, it could be gambling, it could be codependency, it could be, I want to be liked, I want somebody to love me, I want somebody to appreciate me, I want somebody to want me and need me. That's also an addiction. So even though a lot of people keep thinking that these things are not addictions, oh, but they are very much addictions, very much so. So when you have people sitting up here going through all these hoops and bounds for these celebrities, because I'll give you an example. Nicki Minaj is one that's big for this. I always use the Barbs for this example. Every time somebody says something wrong or negative about Nicki Minaj, the Barbs are either posting their information or they're attacking this person's page, going after their families, going after the people associated with them, and trying to get them fired. They known for that. They've been trying to go after Cardi B for God knows how long. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but I think Nicki Minaj is starting to realize that Cardi B is not the problem. I really believe that Nicki Minaj is starting to realize that Cardi B is not really her enemy. And that Cardi B was never her enemy in the first place. And if this is true, God, hallelujah, I hope so. I really hope so. Because Cardi has never said anything negative about Nicki, regardless of what Nicki has done to her. And Cardi B has never used Nicki Minaj. And that is one thing I think Nicki is starting to understand, that Cardi B got her stardom on her own accord. It had nothing to do with Nicki. Now, they did one song together and it didn't do as well as to be expected. It did well, but it didn't do as well as it should have. And it was really overshadowed by the situation when Nicki went on there and said what she said in that interview. Cardi B has never said anything about Nicki Minaj. And if anything, she's always giving Nicki her flowers. And I don't understand why Nicki don't understand this, but she don't. So again, you have two women that shouldn't even have an issue with each other at all. And I think Nicki is starting to understand that her and Cardi got the same problem. They have a lot of people that are using them to get where they need to be. And that both of these women can actually coexist. And they can. Cause it ain't nothing but Lil Kim versus Foxy Brown. That's all this is. And I think now that she's starting to see that, okay, even though she may not think that Cardi B can write her lyrics, the one thing she can say is Cardi is talented in other ways. So her and Cardi don't even nowhere near do the same music. They don't. They're very different. So the fact that both of them can be in different lanes and still do well, I don't see what the problem is. I think both of them can coexist. And both of them got issues with some of the same females. So if they was to get together and end up tag teaming, I feel sorry for all these girls because I think they wouldn't be able to handle that. And I think Akbar would have to turn around and apologize to Cardi B, because both of them are going through similar situations, and I don't think they understand that. Now, Cardi B is going through a divorce, and they say that Nicki is kind of a little bit sympathetic towards it. Because, like I said, I don't think any woman, I don't care if they don't like you or not, wants to see you go down that far. So when it comes to consumption, it's no different than how many hours we're on social media. So you can go on your phone and it'll tell you how long you've been consuming social media. And a lot of us consume social media probably 16 to 24 hours a day. From when we get up in the morning to when we go to bed. Today and this morning, I looked at some things, but then I stopped and now I'm looking at Walmart and ordering me some stuff. But I just ordered my baby some stuff for the fall and the winter time. Cause my mom said he needed a couple things, so I went and got him some things. I got him some really cute jogging outfits, but I gotta find out how much he weighs as far as pants. I can get him some pants. So, like I said, anything that you choose to acknowledge is what you consume. So anything you just speak on, anything that you react to is what you're consuming. It's just like when you got people bullying somebody and they're up here trying to sit up here and bully this person, and the person can't even understand why they're being bullied. And so there was a scripture that I had. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the scripture right quick while I'm sitting here talking. But anyway, like I said, a lot of y'all do not know why y'all do the stuff you do. You don't. If you ask somebody why they bullying somebody, they can't really give you a good explanation as to why. They're just bullying you because they can. They're bullying you because you're not society standards. And I've learned this a long time ago from my own experience. But it's just really funny how people think they can sit up here and tell you what you are and who you are and what type of person that you are when you're not in any way, shape, form, and fashion none of what they're saying. That's the funny thing about it. That's why a lot of times I just shake my head a lot when it comes to certain situations. I just do. Because at the end of the day, if I choose not to consume what you're saying, I just choose not to. And what that means when I say I choose not to consume it, it means exactly that. I choose not to consume any of what you're talking about. I don't have to consume it if I choose not to. So I'm going to read this scripture as soon as I find it. Did I save it today? I know I did. Oh my goodness, I guess I didn't. It's on my phone, it's not on here. I notice the stuff that's on my phone is not here. So I'm gonna have to probably end up looking at it from my phone. So next time when I go and I do it on hold on a second. Sorry, I'm trying to exit out this thing. So I'm gonna try to find it, but the scripture pretty much goes like this. When you're a person of God, you're gonna be messed with for absolutely no reason. Just because you're a godly person. So this is what I've learned. A lot of y'all have allowed demons to come into your world, and you have let demons in one way or another. So that demon spirit is what's attacking people. It's not you, it's the demon spirit. Because a lot of y'all have sat up here and fed into demonic stuff. And even the people around you are now got that demon on them. So if you meet somebody that's a non-believer, right? And when you meet this person that's a non-believer and you end up going and you end up hanging around them, you're going to start doing all the things that they do. So you may have somebody that's never smoked marijuana a day in their life, or ganja as they call it. And the next thing I know, you're smoking. You may have been somebody who was a virgin. Now you're not a virgin anymore. So consumption is not just watching television or reading a book. It's also what your five senses present to you. So your five senses every day is bringing you information. It's just a question of what you choose to consume and what you choose to acknowledge. So for example, if somebody says you're ugly, you're fat, my reaction is I don't care. And what is the point of you saying that I'm ugly and I'm fat? I don't care. It's just like when people ask me, why don't you never show yourself no more? Why? What would be the point in it? Y'all know what I look like by now. There is no point of me showing on YouTube what I look like no more, and I have no intentions of doing that. Why? Because by me not showing myself, nobody can't say nothing. Nobody can't make videos about me. Nobody can't do nothing. That's what I should have did at the beginning. I should have just not even shown myself at all. So at the end of the day, by me not showing myself, that way nobody can sit up here and try to say something about my appearance or start these videos back up that y'all did way back in the day. I am not going for that. So at the end of the day, like I said, I don't have to accept anything I choose not to, and I don't have to acknowledge anything that I choose not to. It's just like today, I was, of course, it pops up every single time, even though I don't want to show up, it show up anyway. Someone there's another channel holder, not Medea, but there's another channel holder that talks about Eligio and his people, and she talked about Velvet and some convention in Atlanta. And I'm just like, what exactly is she gonna be talking about? And my whole thing is, I think it's great if she's doing this convention. I'm not somebody that hates, because that's not who I am. But my question is, what authority do you have to be at a convention speaking, unless it's going to be about domestic violence or something of that nature? But I'm glad she's doing something. I'm glad she's not on social media like she used to. I am glad that she is doing something. I'm happy for her. I'm proud of her. And I think it's good that she's doing this. So if what she's doing as far as this wellness retreat is going to help people, by all means, go ahead. Just please don't mention nothing that Allegio has told you. Please don't do that. But am I going to sit up here and hate on somebody? Nope. I have no reason to. I have no reason to hate on her in any capacity. I don't. You know, I'm glad that Nefertari and Aaron, they wrote books. I'm happy for them. So I'm not somebody that's going to sit up here and hate on somebody, regardless if you hate me. So that's what I mean. I don't have to consume negativity at all. You can call me whatever you want to, and I'm still going to look at you and be like, okay. And you said all of this for what? You said all of that just for me to sit there and laugh in your face? You said all of that just for me to say, and what does any of this got to do with me? Because it don't. So consumption can be more than just about words, just about information. It's just about whatever comes to your brain and whatever it is you react to. So if you react to it, that means you're consuming it. So if you choose to react to whatever you choose to react to, you're going to consume it. You've already consumed it. So I can be somewhere and you can sit here and say, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. And my response is, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. And, oh, you ain't got no man. So what? What does that got to do with anything? Oh, you're not this. And you're a bad mother. And are you asking me to do something? Because I'm really trying to understand why we're still having this conversation. I just told you I don't care. But see, the problem is negative people don't want to hear that. No, they don't want to hear none of that. They want you to respond. They want you to cry. They want you to feel bad. They want you to be weak. And me, I'm just like, and your point would be what? I remember there was a time where I said, I want all these negative people to say whatever it is they want to say to me, and we can go ahead and get it over with. And I thought it was going to be over with. Nope, it still continued. Why? Because they didn't get the reaction they wanted from me. And because I was laughing the whole entire time, that's what made them mad, because they thought I was going to cuss them out. Instead, I started laughing. Why? Because it was funny. It was funny to me. Dude, I don't know you, and you don't know me. Why in the world are you sitting up here mad about something that ain't got nothing to do with you? It's just like with my friends, when they go through, if it don't got nothing to do with me, I don't get involved. The only time I get involved is if somebody put your hands on one of them, then I'll get involved to a certain extent. Now, if they in jail, then I'll go up there and I'll see him and I'll try to see what I can do as far as trying to get them out of jail, depending on what they did and if it's their fault or not. I don't get involved in nobody else's mess that ain't got nothing to do with me that's going to jeopardize my life. Okay? That's just not happening. So it really amazes me, how in the beginning, when Allegio was beginning this nonsense, the content creators that were actually really deep involved in this don't get credit. They don't get credit for any of this nonsense. And I feel like there's a lot of content creators that should get credit, because they deserve to get credit. But at the end of the day, how in the world are y'all going? It's like if somebody said, we're going to do a documentary on Allegio. Excuse me, how you going to do a documentary without the content creators? The content creators that actually were the ones that actually exposed him. The content creators are the ones that actually got damaged by him. No, you can't have an Allegio Bishop documentary without the content creators. You got to have the content creators. That's like, even if they decided, okay, we're going to go ahead and retry this case. You know they can call content creators, right? They can find content creators and have them testify. And have them say, do I have permission to use your videos? You absolutely do. Especially mine. Because mine got every single solitary incriminating video he's ever done. But okay. So at the end of the day, they can go through all these videos that content creators have done and all the incriminating videos and be like, look, And we need y'all to testify. Especially if content creators had to press charges. Especially if content creators were harassed. Yeah, they absolutely gonna have them testify. So yeah, this situation ain't nothing without the content creators, good or bad. You're still gonna need the content creators. Because without the content creators, there would not be no Eligio Bishop. So I need y'all to understand that. It's the content creators that made him what he is. Not even his followers made him what he is. It was Young Pharaoh. It was me. It was World. It was Jazzy. It was Ashe Divine. It was who else? God, there's a lot of people. The ones I'm talking about. I'm starting with the ones that didn't like him. It was me. It was Ashe. It was Jazzy. It was World. It was who else was talking? Mind Over Matter. It was Fundy. Who else? Crystal Healing. Vic at one time, aka Deputy Dog. It was Jesus. Truth Teller, both of them. Soul Alchemy, Melanated Priestess. Jesus, a long list of people. It's a lot of y'all. It's a lot of y'all. I can't even name all the people that basically went after Legion, but it was a long list of people. It was a long list of people. So at the end of the day, like I said, it was the content creators that made him what he is, but also the content creators that actually was his downfall. So at the end of the day, like I said, you give credit where credit is due. You just do. Because if you don't give credit where credit is due, then what kind of person would I be? So for every content creator that went after Eligio that did not support him, look, y'all deserve just as much credit. You do. And there were content creators that actually supported him and helped him out. And there were a lot of them. So at the end of the day, like I said, the point is it took a village. It took a village to put him in prison. So it wasn't just one specific person. There were many different people. So I'm never going to say I was by myself, but it just so happened that I was the person that came in when this happened. Because if I'd have never came in this, I doubt very seriously this would have ever happened. I really believe he would have still been going if I never would have came into the situation in the first place. So again, I may not have been the one that actually pressed charges, but my situation was the catalyst of his downfall. I do know that much because it was. And I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody in this sector says because y'all have done something to other channel holders, but it ain't one nowhere near to the effect of what was done to me. Nowhere near. And that was the catalyst because if it wasn't for me having the guts to go up there and asking him the questions I asked, me getting him to finally admit things that he probably would have never admitted to anybody else, because he still to this day never admitted half the stuff that he admitted to me. So at the end of the day, and he told people, leave him alone. He told people. I remember when certain people went over there trying to get him. He like, if y'all don't start bringing that woman's name up, and I'm not messing with that woman. He done told y'all he wasn't messing with me. No, y'all wanted to keep on. Guess what? Now he's sitting in prison, ain't he? Nice and pretty sitting up in prison. I'm sure right now he probably like, you know what? If I would have just been able to stop them people from messing with that woman. I'm sure he gonna be like, I wish to God I would have listened to that woman. I really believe that. I really believe eventually he gonna be like, I should have listened to that woman when she was telling me about these crazy people. Because that's what made him start changing when y'all started attacking me. When y'all started attacking me, it was one of them things where he thought, okay, they're attacking her. Okay, it's cool. Oh, but then when addresses started getting posted and everything else started posting, that's when he was like, absolutely not. Y'all gonna stop. That's when Deputy Dog stepped up after the fourth year of it happening, finally realized I was telling the truth about what I was saying, and he finally told them to stop. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that day distinctly. Because that's the day that I did the ultimate FU to certain people. And that's when I decided to start exposing the one person that said I would never find out who they was. Mm-hmm. There's the person that said he was never going to be discovered, that I would never find out who he was. Boy, that was funny. Sorry, Huggy Bear, but I got to use you as an example. So this is nothing personal. This is actually an example. I'm using this as an example. This individual thought I was never going to find out who he was. And I said, I told him I was going to find out who you were. I was not going to rest until I found out who this individual was. I was going to go through hoops and bounds to find out who he was. And I was not playing either. And I told him, I said, if you think I'm not going to find you, think again. And I remember the day I did it, I came on live, was calm, cool, and collect. And this person didn't know for about a year. I knew who they were for a year, and I never said nothing. So I let him believe that I didn't know who he was. I kept telling, I said, if you don't leave me alone, one of these days I'm gonna do the unthinkable. And I said, I'm gonna expose some people. Everybody thought I was lying when I said they said I didn't know what they looked like. I said, okay. So sometimes you have to understand it's chess, not checkers. Sometimes you have to let people hang themselves. And that's the only thing through this whole situation I did. I let these people basically hang themselves, not understanding that the whole time I had all the cards in the first place. But sometimes you have to go through something in order for something else to stop. And that's what happened in this situation. And today, when that Bible scripture came up about people being attacked just because they're associated with God, that's the absolute truth. That's why so many kids are being bullied right now. Because these kids are godly kids. These are kids that ain't running around doing nothing. These are kids that are actually smart kids that basically just like to learn, just like to be an attention's pet. These are kids that are just good, decent kids. And yet you got negative kids sitting there messing with it. And yet the school system won't do nothing about it. Just like all these kids that jumping on these teachers because they take their phones. That's what I'm saying. It don't make sense. That ain't nothing but spirits. That ain't nothing but spirits. So at the end of the day, sometimes it will take a situation happen to a godly person for a negative person to be destroyed in the same swoop. It goes right back to Samson, when Samson ended up telling Delilah what his weakness was because he was actually poisoned. And then after that, that's when they came in, they cut his hair and they gouged his eyes out. And what happened? Everybody thought it was Delilah when she cried that his eyes turned back. No, it was actually his wife. It was actually the woman that he left that came in there to see him, and she ended up crying and his eyes turned. It wasn't Delilah. Everybody keep thinking it's Delilah, but it wasn't. He didn't want nothing to do with Delilah. But when Delilah had came in there, she didn't know that he had got his sight back. So when his wife left, he told her to leave. And he said, I have something I have to finish. So when Delilah came in feeling horrible about what happened, she didn't know he had already got his vision back. So he pretended like he didn't have his vision back. And then he grabbed her and then turned around and held on to her. And then turned around and him and her died. And they died together. Were unalive together. Yep. That's exactly how that went. So again, sometimes it will take a positive person going through something for a negative person to go down right along with them. Because again, God don't like ugly, and God don't like when you mess with his children. Better leave his children alone. Y'all sit up here and think, oh, because this person is ugly, because this person is that don't mean they're not godly people. Does not mean they're not godly people at all. So again, Like I said, even though I went through what I went through, at the end, he is sitting in prison. And to me, that's all that matters. Do I need to take credit for that? Nope. I don't want to. I did what I thought was right based upon what God told me to do. And at the same time, when God said it was time for me to go, I left. God said, you did everything that you needed to do. I'll take it from here. And God took it from there. So if y'all think that he just got in prison, nope. God put it. God is the reason why. God said, look, there are consequences and repercussions and karma. Bruh, you up here saying you the Messiah. Honey, if y'all think he getting out considering the blasphemy that he's done, no, he ain't getting out. He ain't getting out because of the blasphemy that he's done. That man is committing blasphemy. He's never getting out. Anybody that even try any attorney, and think about something. Look at all the attorneys that he had. All the attorneys that he's had. Honey, trust me. If you somebody that's spiritual, you ain't messing with that case. Leave it exactly where it's at. Alone. Leave it alone. Because that man is not somebody that you need to be anywhere near. That is John 8:44. So again, that's another thing too when it comes to what you consume. People that are manipulative and liars and people that's leading you astray off your path, people that are abusive, stay away from people like that. Those people ain't gonna do nothing but bring you down. That's all they're gonna do is bring you down and make you feel less than what you are. That is the only thing they're gonna do. And it ain't worth that. It ain't. I'm sorry, it's not. At the end of the day, like I said, I can sit here all day long and consume a bunch of negativity, but I choose not to. Cause it's not worth me consuming all of that. It ain't worth me going through all these hoops and bounds and trying to please people that don't like me, and I know I don't belong there. So even though I may have the talent, it don't mean I'm going to entertain it. Cause I'm not. So at the end of the day, all it is, the reason that people want me to show myself is because they can start saying something. Absolutely not. I learned my lesson. People need to be lucky that I even decided to even start doing YouTube again. So at the end of the day, I can sit here all day long and worry about negative people, or I can just say, you know what, I just choose not to consume them at all. Consume them for what? Why do I need to consume them? I can sit right here and go off on a lot of people. I really could. There is so many ahas. I can sit here. So many I told you so's. I can sit here right now and just purity blast every single person who wronged me. But you know what? I don't even want to do that. Because I don't even want to give them no clout. I don't. I said what I said last time, and I stand on what I said. I told people that I stand on what I said. When people say they want to mute me, okay, go ahead and mute me. I don't care. Please, for the love of God, mute me, sucking ass in peace. Nope, that didn't happen. I just wanted some peace. I just want to do my content in peace and enjoy myself and have a good old time being embarrassing. But okay. Mm-hmm. Like I said, ain't nobody nowhere near like me. Nobody. I am me. I'm always going to be me, and I will continue to be me no matter what. I'm always going to be the person that don't care about what people think about me. I don't care about being embarrassing. Why? Because if embarrassing makes me happy, then you know what? I'm going to do what makes me happy. Point blank, period. My business is my business. Whether or not I did whatever, I will take it to the grave. I will never admit to it. Ever. I'll take it to the grave. So again, I don't have to consume negativity. I ain't got to consume that one single solitary word that come out your mouth. I ain't got to consume anything that I choose not to consume. If I choose not to have sex, I'm not going to. If God said, look, you don't need to have sex right now because that person's not your husband. If that person ain't your husband, then you don't need to have sex with him. Guess what? I ain't having sex with him. If God said this person ain't your friend, you need to leave him alone, I'm going to leave him alone without question. I ain't got time for that. So I am so immune, and I done been through so much negativity. I'm so immune to it. Except when it comes to my health and wellness, I care nothing else about it. You can say what you want to, and I will sit there and look at you and be like, "So you said all of that just for me to laugh at you?" I remember somebody came up. They were so mad. I said, "Are you done?" No. Oh, so you not gonna cuss you out for what? You said what you said. I don't have to deal with you. Just like Big Sean said, I don't F with you. I don't care. What? I don't care about none of what you talking about. I am not losing no sleep. I am not going to have my blood pressure sky because of you. I am not going to sit up here and cry. Be like, baby, I will cry for you tonight. No, I ain't doing none of that. I ain't doing none of that. I ain't gonna be like, why you don't like me? Why are you not my friend? If you don't go ahead on somewhere, I don't want to be your friend in the first place. If I don't want nothing to do with you, then why do I care about what you say? Because I don't. I choose not to consume you. I just don't want to do it. If I don't want to consume you, I'm not going to consume you. If I was to call my sister right now, she will tell you. She'll tell you. She'll be like, if you think my sister care about being embarrassed, she don't care about none of that. That girl don't care nothing about that. That girl don't care about if you make fun of her. She don't care. She gonna look at you, laugh at you, and call it a day. Because I don't have the patience for all the nonsense. See, my peace, my quiet, and my tranquility is the most important thing. And God has gave me a peace and quiet, a tranquility I just don't want to give up. And because I don't want to give up my peace, my quiet, and my tranquility, I choose not to consume negativity in any way. I absolutely don't. And you can't make me either. So that's what I'm saying. I could never understand in my lifetime why these people could not figure out by now that I don't care about negativity, that I don't care what you try to put me through. Because, see, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And as long as there's a light at the end of the tunnel, I'm going to get there. But God was like, you need to sit here for a minute. Because when you come out this light at the end of the tunnel, you're going to be a brand new person. And I sat there for 10 hours and had people sit there and harass me for 10 hours. For day after day after day after day. And I had to sit there and endure that. I had to endure everything I had to endure. But guess what? That man is in prison and my life is fabulous. It's amazing how that turned out, didn't it? So the person that everybody was defending is now sitting in prison. And the person that was supposedly the bad person is now living fabulous. Okay. Mm-hmm. Is blessed and highly favored. Okay. Uh-huh. Now what? Now what? So all of that was done and everything else there still came to pass. Interesting. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I don't hate on nobody. Even though, Velvet got up there and said what she said about me, I still have no hate for her. I have nothing but love for her. Even though Aunt Jemima and my obsessive stalker did what they did, I still have love for them. For all the negative people who have wronged me, I still have love for you. I just ain't dealing with you like that. That's pretty much about it. Now, as for Huggy Bear, we've had our issues, but I still don't have an issue with him. If I went to him and I said, I would love for you to do an intro for me, which would be great. Matter of fact, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 10 podcasts and I have 2 YouTube channels. Now, see, if I was to go to him and say, you know what? Despite our differences, I would love for you to do an intro for my podcast, all 10 of them. That would be great. No, I would need, but see, I would need a musical one. I wouldn't need I wouldn't need the actual visual one. I would actually just need a actual radio professional one. And then for this channel and then my YouTube channel, I would probably need two because I have two channels now that I go live on. That'll be it. But see, here's the difference though. Here's the difference. Hold on. I'm gonna show you what the difference is. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I'm gonna show you what the difference is between me and everybody else. Give me a second. Let me see if I took the picture of it. I don't know if I did, but I think I did. Hold on. Let me see if I did. I might have did. And this is before I got sick, actually. And it's actually going up since the last time I saw it. Give me a second. I'm going through all these pictures. I gotta start selling my jewelry. And then not only that, I have jewelry that I gotta sell as well. So I'm about to start getting ready to work on that, selling jewelry. I gotta start selling my jewelry. That's something I need to start promoting as well. On all of my channels are those selling all this stuff. Oh, it is there. Okay. It is there. I just didn't post it today. Okay, let's see something. Let me see if I know I did. Okay, yes I did. Okay, I did post it. As of today, for my podcast, far as downloads and plays, okay. Far as my downloads is 13,083. And my live plays is 79 because I just came back, actually. And I think it probably has went up since then. But because I was sick, I couldn't do it full time like I wanted to do it. But to have 13,000 people, that's actually a pretty good thing, especially considering since I've been back permanently. It's definitely going to do nothing but go up. And I have more people on other platforms that listen to it than on Spreaker, which is a great thing. I don't even know how many people on iHeartRadio because I don't even know how to go on there and look. I do need to go on there and look, but I haven't figured out how to go about doing that to see how many people. But the fact that my podcast is on so many platforms, I'm so eternally grateful. And then I had some actual what's the names? I actually had some actual people that wanted to sponsor my channel. So I'm very grateful about that. So, like I said, I try to consume positive. I don't like negativity. Negativity does not serve me a purpose in any way, shape, form, or fashion. It never will. It just won't. And you're not going to make me negative because you're negative. And regardless of how you feel about me, I'm never going to hate you. I don't hate anybody who's wronged me. I don't see the point. And that's not the way, as a righteous person, that I'm supposed to be. That's why I told you I don't have no issues because I don't hate nobody. And nobody hates me. Nobody hates me. Because I mean, I've made amends to everybody that I need to make amends to. I said everything to people that I've said. So I don't have any issues. I have nobody I have to make closure to. And the one person that did is no longer here, and I still made amends. Why? Because I had conversation via God. I will always miss my ex every single day. Two of my exes are dead or unalived, I should say. One of them died in a car accident. Well, was unalived in a car. I don't even know how or what happened. I don't know if he was shot or what happened. My other ex was shot point blank range, and he's no longer here. So, like I said, I look back now and I look at my exes and I'm like, thank God I never married him. Thank God we never got to that point because ain't no telling where I'd be right now. And thank God that I only had one child. So sometimes God know better than you do. And that is something I learned. Sometimes God knew better than for me to go through what I went through. And I put that in God. I put that on God. I said, look, Lord, I don't want to have no more babies. And I was like, if I have a baby, I'm gonna be married. I ain't been married yet, so I ain't having no more, and I can't have no more. I had I had a hysterectomy. I had no more. So at the end of the day, yes, at the end of the day, I'm not having no more babies. So at the end of the day, if I don't have a man, I don't care. So for those of y'all talking about, well, you don't get a man and you're 50, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want nothing to do with the situation between black men and black women. Y'all can have it. Whatever your preference is your preference. If you want to date outside your race, by all means, go ahead. My thing is, if black men and black women can't be together, cut the godforsaken cord. Both of y'all let go of the tug of war and move on. That's my advice to y'all. That's how sick I am of these panels. Because it don't make no sense. How people sit up here and they constantly sitting up here arguing, but yet I ain't heard not one solution yet. Leave each other alone. That's my solution. Leave each other alone. Let each other be. Because if y'all can't, if y'all can't even deal with each other like that, leave each other alone. If both of y'all don't like each other and neither one of y'all want to do what the other one wants to do, leave each other alone. There's a solution right there. That's like when my mama said somebody don't like you, don't even say 2 words to them. Just keep it pushing. It's known how people feel. So what is the point of having these arguments when both of y'all on both sides have said neither one of y'all want each other? Then leave each other alone. What other solution is there? What other solution is there? So if we're gonna have more biracial babies, then I guess black people gonna have the same problem as Caucasian people. Because pretty soon it ain't gonna be no black people, it's gonna be all biracial. Pretty soon it's gonna be biracial across the board anyway. So pretty soon it's not gonna be where it's gonna be somebody's gonna be pure. Regardless of what race it is. Pretty soon everybody's gonna be mixed. Probably except Korea. Korea is gonna be and I'm gonna name the countries that's gonna be the only ones that are not. It's gonna be Korea, India, Dubai. I don't know, because Dubai is kind of mixing as well. But I know India and Korea are not. Those are the 2 countries that I know for a fact ain't never, ever gonna cross over. They president is not going to allow them in Korea to mess with anybody that is not Korean. And they having the same issue when it comes to women having babies. So, and then China's another country that's not going to happen either. Because China has a really big issue with them actually mixing with other races. So there are countries that have an issue with mixed race. They do. Japan doesn't, but China does. So at the end of the day, like I said, there will be countries that are not going to be mixed breed. But Caucasians and African descent people, absolutely. It's going to be a bunch of mixed people. It's going to be a bunch of mixed race people, as well as Japanese and Mexicans and the Hispanic community. There's going to be a bunch of mixed race people. Pretty soon it ain't going to be nothing but mixed race. Because there's not too many that are dating each other. Everybody's dating other races. So, and that's because everybody's not in the place they're supposed to be. That's why. So if there's a bunch of people in one country that's all a different race, all different races, then that means that if you have a mixed race of people, that's going to be why. So that's what I'm saying. I don't understand this logic of white people, black people, Japanese. We're all Americans. Good Lord, we're just Americans. And that's what I mean. I don't consume the race thing because I think it's stupid. The only way you can have a race thing is if the whole race was one race. Just like even in Britain, it's not all one race over there. Even in Romania, primarily, yes. Romania is primarily one race, but they do have people over there that come to visit. Even in Switzerland, you have mixed race people. The Netherlands, I haven't heard anything about the Netherlands having mixed race people, so I don't know. I don't think so. Australia does. New Zealand, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Um, Turkey, primarily no, but there are people over there that are of Americans going over there, but they're all married. Some for the most part, they're married. I don't see too many of them interacting with other Turkey. Turkey is primarily Caucasian, so no. I'm trying to think. Amsterdam. No, I think Amsterdam is primarily Caucasian too. I mean, you might have some soldiers over there, but it ain't that many people enough to make that country primarily biracial. No. So there are countries that primarily are still what they are, but for the most part in America, it ain't gonna be nothing but mixed race people. And the reason why is because this country is mixed with a bunch of people. So I don't care what y'all talking about. It ain't never gonna be where it's just gonna be at eventually the way this generation is. It's gonna be nothing but mixed race kids because you already seeing it now. You're seeing the majority of football and basketball players dating outside their race. So the answer to that is no. It's gonna be primarily mixed race. Eventually, it will be nothing. Mixed race is going to be dominant, and it's already happening. So by the time my generation, my sister generation, and it gets down to my niece and nephews, they're probably going to be the last generation that are going to be primarily black, white. Pretty soon, it's going to be nothing but mixed race people in this country, whether they like it or not. And most of these people that got an issue with it ain't going to be here when it take place. So it's already happening. So that's why Roe versus Wade is such an issue. The problem is that they still don't grasp the fact that this country is primarily minorities. Minorities are now the majority. I keep telling people that. See, the one thing I love is when people try to lie. No, the majority, no, minorities are the vast majority. Because if you look at the rich, you look at the wealthy, and this is what I mean when I talk about consume something. If you look at the rich, you look at the wealthy, and then you look at the lower class, you'll see the majority of them are minorities. So if you look at and that's what I'm saying, all these surveys and how many people in this world, it's both ways lie. This world is way more overpopulated than y'all may think. You don't know how many people are in this country. Why? Because you'd have to also count all the people that actually passed away. You got to count all the people that passed away. You just can't count the people that's in this country. No, it's been way more than that. Honey, you talking about 30, 40 billion. You talking about maybe 250 billion people. Maybe more. But in this country, if you look at it for what it is, the majority are minorities. The minorities are actually the majority. Why? Because if you look at the lower class and you look at how many people are working, and if you look at restaurants and you look at all of the things as far as lower jobs, majority of them that are working there are minorities. And that right there takes up the majority of jobs. If you look at office jobs now, there are more minorities that are in those office jobs than Caucasian people now. So, yeah. The only reason they're saying that Caucasian people are the majority is because when it comes to the CEO and wealthy and all of that, yes, they are the majority. They are the majority. When it comes to politics, they are the majority. But when it comes down to the lower class, The lower class is bigger than the middle class. So if you really knew how many people were lower class, it's probably a good 75% of people that are minorities. And you probably have about a good 35%, 25% that are Caucasian. It is more minorities in this country. Way more. And they just keep coming. Because now you got Mexicans. Now you have all these immigrants. And that's what the issue is. It ain't got nothing to do with the fact of what y'all think it is. What they're worried about is the fact that Mexicans are coming in, and the fact the Hispanic community and all these other Cubans and all these other people coming in. Honey, these are all people coming from drug infested countries. They're coming from countries where they're dying, where they're being unalived every single day. And they just want a chance to be able to get away from that. And I get it. I'm not mad about these immigrants. Because if I was in a country where the drug cartels were running around unaliving people every day, I'd be trying to get over here too. I can't be mad at minorities for coming somewhere where they're going to be safe, especially in a country where they're not safe at all. That's why I look at things differently. When it comes to Gaza and Israel, I don't agree either way. I don't agree with what is being done at all. I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong. But at the same time, I'm not speaking on it. Because it ain't for me to consume. Because as much as I've been through as a black woman, I'm not speaking on that. I'm not speaking on that because we still got our own God-forsaken issues. Until we are where we need to be, we can't speak on somebody else's issues. But that's what we do because we don't want to deal with our own problems. And that's the problem. Y'all don't want to deal with your own issues. And that's the worst part of the whole situation. Does it make it right? Nope. But I don't agree with it. But then when I started seeing people turning on, black people because they were speaking on it, that's when I said, absolutely not. Because I keep telling people, y'all keep thinking that black people are respected. No, you're not. No, you're not. Y'all are treated. Y'all have no idea. Like, if you go to Thailand, boy, y'all don't. Let me tell you what happened to me the other day. I went to go get my nails done, right? And even though I can't understand their language, I can tell by the way they talk based on the tone whether or not they like dealing with the person whose nails they're doing. Huh. There was one I could tell she did not want to do that girl's nails. But because you can't understand their language, you can't understand. Just because I can't understand does not mean I don't get it. And I still am kind of upset because the way I wanted my nails done was not the way I got them done for $70, but they're still cute though. But that's my point that I'm trying to make. And I showed the girl exactly how I wanted my nails done, and they were not done. They were nowhere near what I wanted done. She didn't do it because the girl that was going to do it, which they switched. And I was like, this is not how I wanted my nails done. I wanted my nails done differently because I wanted two of my nails to have a design on them, but it was never done. That's probably why she gave me a discount, because it was never done. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is, like I said, you decide what you choose to consume. I have my own godforsaken problems. And don't get me wrong, I'm not worried about having 150,000 or 200,000 people. Because here's the thing, not everybody's meant for me. And I don't want everybody to be meant for me, to be honest. I just want those who choose to be here to be here. Because the information I'm giving is only for specific people. I'm trying to build my own village right now. I'm not trying to have a village where, like last time, when I tried to build a village they ended up turning on me. I don't want that many people. I really don't. I'm good. I'm good with 100 people and them buying my products and my services. That's what I'm focused on. I'm not focused on all this other stuff. I'm focused on people that want one-on-one trainings. I'm focused on webinars and seminars. I'm focused on that. I'm not focused on being on social media and just sitting here and begging, because that's not something I'm gonna do. My Cash App is up there, and you notice I ain't said nothing about it. Why? Because I ain't got to, because it's sitting there. You can clearly see it. So if people want to support my channel, they'll support it. If they don't, oh well. I'm not losing no sleep over it. I don't lose sleep over something that isn't meant for me or not for me. I only worry about the things that are for me, and that's pretty much it. If I do my comments with nights and people enjoy it, and they decide to, to basically, you know, appreciate it, cool. But I'm not losing no sleep over it, because I'm just not at all. So again, what you choose to consume and what you choose to acknowledge is really up to you. But you don't have to consume it at all. You don't have to consume negative people. You don't have to respond to negative people. You ain't got to do nothing when it comes to negative people, except say, you know what? It was a pleasure meeting you, and that's it. And keep it pushing. Whatever is meant for you will be for you. But being negative to negative people because they're negative to you is not the answer. It's not. Because now that person has won just by the fact you're sitting up there arguing with them. They won just because of the fact that you're sitting there responding to their nonsense. It ain't worth it at all. All they can do is just be the best person you can be. Continue to work hard and continue to be the best version of themselves. That's it. It's like, even if I talk about Karma Sutra, I talk about it from a relationship status. I don't talk about it from being single. I talk about it from relationships, because I really would like single people to stop having sex. If that is not your husband, then you shouldn't be having sex at all. And that's just the way I feel about it. I wish I would have done that. I didn't. So now I want young girls to stop having sex at a young age and stop thinking that sex benefits women. No, it benefits men. Let me, and I'm gonna talk about this in my Kama Sutra nights in about 30 minutes, because I'm gonna get off here and get ready for that. But what I want people to understand is, when it comes to that, you're benefiting the man, you're not benefiting yourself. Because women know nothing about sex. They really don't. They only know what men have told them. But I'm a woman, and I'm telling you what they're telling you is a lie. It is. That is not the way this go. Because I myself personally am dealing with that right now. Because ever since I said I want to be a wife, honey, you'd be amazed how many men will stop talking to you when you tell them I'm not having sex because I'm not trying to be a wife. Or you tell them you can't have it both ways. You can't have it where I'm having sex with you, but yet you don't want to date me, and yet you don't want to marry me. Absolutely not. If you're not trying to date me, you're not trying to marry me, I'm not interested. Women really need to put their foot down and just say, you know what? No. And that's what I mean when I say when you stop consuming. When you stop consuming man standards and you start consuming God standards, oh, you're gonna see it exactly for what it is. And you're gonna be mad because all this time you wasted on people that weren't worth you. You could have put that towards somebody that actually, and instead of looking for a romantic relationship, you could have put that towards helping some kids and building community centers. You could have built a whole community and then found the person that was meant for you and call it a day. So again, I ain't doing that. Not after everything I've learned lately. Nah. The one thing about a spiritual sabbatical is it's not perfect. But best believe, if every day you done learned something, every day you done grown, every day you done evolved, then you basically then that sabbatical work for you. Because as you learning, you now learning what your standards are and what you will and will not put up with. Point blank period. You're not gonna put up with the nonsense you used to put up with a long time ago. You just ain't. You're not. So I'm getting ready to do part 2 of my Kama Sutra nights, because I feel like I need to do it. It's gonna be under a different title, but it's gonna be the same topic. I haven't decided how I'm gonna go about it yet. But like I said, we're gonna talk about a few things. I gotta look up some stuff and some information. But anyway, like I said, I don't be having time for negative people, and I ain't got time for what you think about me, and I ain't got time for how you feel about me, because I don't care. At the end of the day, I have no issues with Huggy Bear. I have no issues with Deputy Dog. And as for my secret lover, I ain't got no issues with him either. Sorry, y'all. All I know is, my secret lover didn't have me come up there like he was supposed to. But my secret lover know who he is, because it's come on and go with me. Doom doom. Come on over to my place. Oh God. Yeah, every time I think about Teddy, I think about my secret lover. Every time I turn around and I think about Teddy. Turn out the lights like a candle. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, I got a song for each and every last one of my ex-husband and my trying to be a pimp, trying to pimp me out there, everybody named Mama. Yeah, I got a story time. Yeah, I had an ex-husband that was on social media. He was my internet husband, right? And his wife, hey Joy, how you doing, Joy? My ex-husband didn't understand that his children kept coming over here bothering me for some reason. I don't know why, but every time I said something about my ex-husband, it always was they ran back to my ex-husband and had my ex-husband thinking I was saying things about him, trying to make it seem like I was trying to basically take $5,000 from him. I don't even know why, but that's what they thought. And now, you know what I'm saying? Now, now my ex-husband, I can't go back to my ex-husband. Even if I wanted to go back to my ex-husband and say, I'm back, honey. I'm back to stay. I can't do it. Why? Because as much as I love my ex-husband, as long as I love as much as I love my sister wife, I can't. And I done told him the only way I'd come back is if my sister wife wanted me back. I still ain't heard from her yet. So as soon as my sister wife says that she want me to come home, I will come home. That's why I ain't been over there yet. That's why I ain't seen my ex-husband, because my sister wife has not said she wanted me to come home. And if I come home, then that means I have to have a conversation with my sister wife. It don't mean I got to see her. I just have to have a conversation with my sister wife. Because me and my sister wife have to talk about the rules of our relationship. Because if we're gonna be sister wives, I'm his internet husband. That's his real wife. So because I'm his internet wife, I need to make sure I'm not disrespecting my sister wife. That is his actual wife, okay? Because I don't believe in disrespecting nobody's household. I just ain't gonna do it. But out of everybody, I am the only one she doesn't have a problem with being his wife on social media. Okay? And I know somebody gonna run over there and tell him I'm saying this, but I don't care. I'm saying it anyway. So to my ex-husband, until your wife tells me it's okay for me to be your sister wife on the internet and be your wife on the internet, we're not having this conversation. Okay? We're just not gonna do that. Now, as for my secret lover, I'm still upset because I still ain't been up there. And no disrespect to the new woman that he's with, because this ain't even about that. This just is internet stuff. This ain't nothing personal. I'm joking, by the way. But to my secret lover, what the world was going on, sir? And then you turned your back on me too, and I don't even understand what the world I did to you. Then you got Huggy Bear that was mad because he couldn't pimp me out like he could pimp everybody else out. I'm sorry. Huggy Bear, you're not going to be able to pimp me out. I ain't a hoe. Okay? And being that I'm not a hoe, I'm not trying to be pimped out. I know you want to control me like you controlled your other hoes in different area codes. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But that just ain't gonna happen, Huggy Bear, because I'm not a hoe, okay? And being that I'm not a hoe, Huggy Bear, that would mean you can't pimp me. That was what the issue was. You thought you and Yo Johns was gonna come over here, and you and Yo Johns was gonna come over here thinking y'all were gonna pay me and think y'all were gonna be able to do what you want to. No, I'm not a private dancer. Dancing for money. Do what you want me to do. I'm, I'm your private dancer. Dancing for money. No! No, we ain't doing that. I ain't a hoe in different area codes. Huggy Bear, how many hoes you got? Do I have to name all your hoes that you got? Because if I gotta name all your hoes that you got, then there would be no point of me having this conversation, okay? You know how many hoes in different area codes you got. Let's not even talk about all the intros that you gave in all your hoes with different area codes. But yet and still, you mad at me because I didn't want to be one of your hoes. I'm sorry. I just ain't trying to be a hoe. I'm too good at what I do. Nobody deserve my skills. Nope. And then you tried your best to train these hoes like me. And unfortunately, Kim Osabe, that just ain't gonna happen. Because none of these hoes will never be as good as me, Kim Osabe. Nah, they're not as entertaining as me. Nah, Kim Osabe. All you had to do was introduce yourself and say, you know what? How you doing, Miss Lady? Look, I'm Huggy Bear, and I'm a pimp, and I would like for you to be one of my hoes, but I don't want you to just be any one of my hoes. I don't want you out here prostituting yourself. I want you to entertain, so that way you can basically get my other hoes to know how it is to entertain. See, I had a whole bunch of Johns over here, by the way, Huggy Bear, and being that I had a bunch of Johns over here, you was upset because of the fact you couldn't control and you couldn't get no money off me. You couldn't be like, old dirty bastard. Hey, dirty, baby, I got your money. Don't you worry. Say, hey, baby, I got your money. I mean, was that the issue, Huggy Bear? I'm just saying. So I'm sorry that you didn't come to me and introduce yourself properly. Cause then maybe, just maybe, I could have trained your hoes how to get out here and have, the views that I had. And for me, it wasn't even about the money, but I think that's what the issue was. I think the issue was you wanted it to be about the money. Then you thought you were going to make money off me basically going against your hoes and some YouTube beefs. And I told you, I am not messing with your hoes. I want nothing to do with your hoes, and I don't want nothing to do with your Johns, because I do not like you here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like them on the floor. I do not like them on a door. I do not like them semi-am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Sorry, Huggy Bear. I'm so sorry, Huggy Bear. I really am. I know, Huggy Bear, and I get it. You wanted me to be one of your prostitutes. I get it. I get it, Huggy Bear. I do. I'd have been one of the best. I'd have been one of your best hoes you ever had in different area codes, but I didn't want to be that. I'm independent. All you women independent? Throw your hands up at me. Yeah, I'm independent. Nah, I don't need. I don't need a pimp. I don't need a pimp. I'm good with that. So I'm sorry, Huggy Bear. I'm never gonna be your hoe. And I'm never gonna mess with your John. So you good. I have my own. Okay? I am straight up independent. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I cannot be your hoe. I'm sorry that I cannot, under any circumstance, be your geisha. Yeah, because I'm a geisha. I'm not a hoe, I'm a geisha. I'm sorry. I'm not in the brothels like that. I'm the one that likes to do the happy endings. I'm the one that does the massages and have my own little massage parlor. I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. I'm joking. Please don't take me seriously. But anyway, I mean, would you like me to go through the list of all of your hoes? You had Ursula and the Jolly Green Giant. You had who else was it? You had my Aunt Your Mama. You had the court jester. You had Rainbow Bright. You had strawberry shortcake, blueberry muffin. You had chocolate ganache. You had my ex-husband. You had Jabba the Hutt. Oh, Jesus. You had the Queen from Snow White. And then that said, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Snow White. Who else am I missing? Who else am I missing? Maleficent. Let's not forget about Maleficent. Uh-huh. Yeah, I ain't never gonna forget Maleficent. You tried to make Maleficent into me, Huggy Bear. You tried to make Maleficent me so bad it wasn't even funny how much you want to make Maleficent me, and Maleficent just couldn't pull it off. I remember them medieval, what's the name? Medieval, yeah, that's it. Medieval era. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember that too. That medieval era. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember Maleficent very well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Maleficent tried to take all my godforsaken people from me and couldn't even keep them all. I remember she accidentally posted your phone number. How can I forget that? Mm-hmm. For those of y'all on my podcast, y'all were like, what in the world is she talking about? When I went after a sex cult, the person knows exactly who I'm talking about. I had somebody to try to pimp me out and try to make me into a hoe. And just couldn't get me to do it. Sorry, Huggy Bear. It's just not gonna happen. But then again, you and my ex-husband, between the gremlins and the what I used to call them, baby's kids, I didn't know which one was worse. I ain't know which one was worse. All I know is I gave them back to you. Okay, I don't want them. I don't want them. I don't want nothing to do with them. Okay, so Huggy Bear, even though I'm minding my business, and don't get me wrong, it was always fun and it was always challenging. And I ain't gonna lie, you did challenge me. I will give you that. But in the end, I'm still independent. In the end, I'm still doing my thing and I'm still enjoying my peace and my quiet, my tranquility. Now, mind you, this is all love, Huggy Bear. It really is, because I have no ill will towards you. But this is all in jokes. It's not serious. But at the same time, it is to a certain extent, because you did try to pimp me out. But, it just didn't happen like that. I mean, and then you try to put me in YouTube beefs that I had nothing to do with, that I didn't want no parts of. Oh, okay, Huggy Bear. Now, back to my ex-husband. Honey, I mean, I know we're divorced and all. And, I've been enjoying my divorce. I've been doing my thing and enjoying my big daddy. Gonna be your caddy. You can be my big daddy. Take it slowly. Heaven hold me. Gotta be your caddy. You can be my big daddy. All right. So my husband, I don't know how this gonna work, but I'm gonna be over here minding my business. Ex-husband to my deputy dog. Yeah, but I've been enjoying Big Daddy, by the way. Yeah, and Big Daddy says I can't come home for a while. So I'm sorry. But yeah, Huggy Bear, you can have your hoes, okay? Your hoes ain't never gonna be me. And tonight I'm gonna prove that because I'm gonna do my Kama Sutra nights, right? And I'm gonna show you why your hoes ain't never gonna be me. Okay? So, like I said, this is all in jokes. This is all in fun. I'm very sure he gonna laugh. Cause I know Huggy Bear, he gonna laugh. He know I'm not saying this serious. Cause I'm not. It's all in joking. But you know for well, Huggy Bear, that your hoes will never be me. Ever. To those of y'all on my podcast, please don't take me seriously. I'm just joking. But this is what I mean when I say you can't. This is what I mean when I say you can't consume things in a negative way. There's a way you can do it and make it funny. I don't take nothing seriously. I'll take that. Negative people do seriously unless you mess with my money. You mess with my money, that's a whole different conversation. You mess with my child, that's a whole different conversation. But other than that, I don't take nothing seriously. Oh, sorry. Those of y'all on my podcast, I love y'all. I hope y'all got a laugh out of this. I really hope you did. Because I did. Now y'all see how much fun I can be. But I want to thank y'all for this episode. I appreciate y'all. Without y'all, there's no me. I'd be nothing without y'all. But if anybody's going through something seriously and y'all want to do one-on-one coaching or you want to send me a letter just needing some advice about something that you're going through as far as whether you're being bullied, harassed, threatened, stalked, or anything like that, or you're someone that has low self-esteem, low self-worth based upon society standards, and you just need somebody to help you through it, or if you're somebody that's based on one of the topics that we talk about, or if there's a topic that I haven't talked about that you want more information on, please email me at asha.mariama01@gmail.com. That's asha.mariama01@gmail.com. Hopefully I will have some sponsors soon because I applied for some sponsors. I'm just waiting to see if they're gonna come through. But y'all don't mind me. I'm just being silly. I'm just being silly. But this is just an example of how you deal with negative people because all you can do is laugh. No matter what, just laugh. Because the one thing they don't know how to deal with when you start laughing. Laugh until you can make them cry. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And y'all have a very beautiful evening. Okay. My next episode is gonna be my Kama Sutra nights, and that's gonna be on a different platform. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And we'll talk later. Bye. Back to y'all. Back to my the three men that, everybody claim I had something going on with. Oh, boy. I just find it funny. Funny, funny, funny. Please don't mind me because I'm just being silly. So in a few minutes, I'm going to get myself together. I'm probably going to be running a little bit late because I got to try to get everything together for it. I gotta look for some stuff. But I'm trying to decide, do I just want to do music or do I just want to only thing about it, if I do it based upon music, what's gonna end up happening is it's gonna get blocked without question, and it's gonna be something that may end up getting deleted. So if I do it, understand that it's gonna be gone by the next day. Matter of fact, it'll be gone right after it's posted because I won't be able to keep it up. It will take me too long to get all that music off of there. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm still trying to figure out how to go about it doing it. But I'm thinking about doing a Discord. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Discord, you actually can play music in there. So I thought about doing a Discord. I'm still looking into that. I'm thinking about doing a website where I can actually do it. I thought about even somebody told me I need to do it on OnlyFans. That was somebody told me I need to do, and just not show my face so that way I can do the full extent of it with the music, the information, all of it. But the only problem is I don't know what it was about my idea. It just wasn't working. Man, if I go on OnlyFans, it's gonna be a wrap on that. I ain't even gotta do nothing. All I gotta do is just talk about it. All I gotta do is talk about it, do the music and do my whole entire show and be good. I might just do that though. I might go right over there to OnlyFans and go on over there and educate people in the correct way of being bad and well, not being bad because at the end of the day, we're all adults and I just feel like that people that are married and relationships kind of lose their way because we don't know how to transition from it just being us to having children. So I just want to help people that are couples to be able to get their groove back and understand that it's okay. Because what happens when you have kids, everything is different. And, the man's looking at you differently because you just had an 8 pound, 12 pound baby coming at you. So a lot of times that's pretty much the problem. They think that it's not going to be the same or that it's not going to go back to normal. I don't know why. Because some of y'all still be messing with women that got kids. I don't know why you think that your baby mama is not going to go back to her normal size. It will. It just takes time. So if she doesn't have sex for like about a year, then it'll go right back to normal. Then I found that the hymen really doesn't go nowhere. So your hymen does come back after a certain amount of time. I didn't know that, but yeah, it does. It absolutely does. So like I said, I'm just being silly, don't mind me. So I just want y'all to understand that I'm just being silly. Yet not. But no, it's all in fun. I'm not joking. I'm just being silly. I'm just joking. Don't tell me they're gonna get better go. It don't sound to me like it don't look like. Oh, that's an old picture. I'm about to say because I don't think Jenny Mine will be up there like that. To be honest, don't mind me, y'all. I'm just being absolutely me. And I've been sitting up here doing leg lifts while I've been sitting here talking to y'all. But again, don't take me seriously. I'm just being silly. I mean, I can't be anything else but be silly at this point because you know, that's just me. So that's just who I am. So yeah, welcome to my life. Okay, let me listen. Let me let y'all listen to Miss Jennifer Lopez. Okay, I don't.
Ring that he gave me, it says not period, going period, anywhere period. Where my first diamond ring, he gave me the pink diamond ring, it said sing. And this one he put not period, going period, anywhere period, because that's how he would sign his emails when we started talking again. Like, don't worry. Wow. I'm not going anywhere. Wow. On the inside of this.
But you know what's funny about the situation? She left A-Rod for a minute, boy. All I'm gonna say about that before I go is this here. A-Rod dodged a bullet. He did, because A-Rod was in love with Jennifer. He really was. And now you got with the man that you thought that if you went back to, that he was going to treat you better, and yet and still, knowing you two come from two different worlds, I don't know why you thought this was going to work. Jennifer, you'd have been better off with A-Rod, to be serious. You should have just tried to work it out with A-Rod, and that should have been it. That's the person you should have married. I don't care what nobody says. She should have married A-Rod, because A-Rod was more, he was more her type than Ben Affleck is. Because Jennifer Lopez is still Jenny from the block. I don't care what nobody says. She's still from the Bronx. And I don't care. At least with Cardi B, she acknowledges who she is. She acknowledges that she's from the Bronx. She acknowledges the fact of that side of her. But Jennifer Lopez trying to act like Jenny from the block won't there no more. Jenny from the block has always been there. So when she got with A-Rod to me seemed like he was more her type, because A-Rod was also from New York. And then not only that, A-Rod was one of the ones that let Jennifer be who she was. And that was the one thing about him. He let her be who she was. You got engaged with this man and then turned around because some rumors came out, and now you left that man. And then not even 2 weeks after you left him, you ended up with Ben reaching out to you. Come on now. So I think there's a lot more to the story than what is going on, because as quickly as she turned to Ben Affleck, that means you were still having conversations with that man and trying to make it seem that it was about A-Rod when really it was about her. Jennifer's one of them people, and this is what a lot of men do too. A lot of people love the person you were in the beginning, but they don't love the person that you become. So if you're somebody that is on a soul searching and you're always learning and you're always growing, please be careful on who you deal with, because some people are just not going to ever grow, and they're not going to grow with you, and you're going to end up growing by yourself. So relationships are a lot more complicated than what y'all think they are. And in this episode of Kama Sutra Nights, we're going to have that conversation. We're going to talk about how different men and women are, and how sex-wise, men and women are so different. Because men and women, when it comes to sex, are nowhere near the same. They're not. Because men and women, the way they're raised when it comes to sex is very different. So that being said, I'm going to get myself together and get ready to do this in a few minutes, as soon as I do the titles. So I'll be back in a few minutes to go do my Kama Sutra nights. Then I'm off to bed, and then I'm going to get up, wash clothes tomorrow, and I've done most everything. So I got to put dishes in the dishwasher. I'll do that in the morning. So with that being said, that's it for me. I will see y'all in a little bit. I appreciate y'all for joining me. Appreciate y'all for the laughs, of course. But now I got to get down to business, because I got to, since I'm an independent hoe and all, it's time for my after hours hoe section. It's my after hours hoe session, because unlike the rest of these hoes out here, I am one of a kind. So we're gonna do our whole session, our ho session of my Kama Sutra nights, because my Kama Sutra nights is part of my whole session. It's a part of my coming out, getting out on the street and making my money. Oh God. So yeah, so Huggy Bear, since you since your hoes ain't making you no money, which I'm sorry about. I'm sorry that your hoes ain't making you no money, but you know what, Huggy Bear? I'm gonna come out here and show you that, as somebody that you tried to make into a hoe, I'm gonna show you that I can actually make money, Huggy Bear. So if any of y'all want to contribute to my video on my Kama Sutra nights, I greatly appreciate it. Without y'all, there's no me. I'd be nothing without y'all. So, Huggy Bear, you wanted to pimp me out, right? You wanted to make me one of your hoes, right? Why don't I show you why you wanted me to be one of your hoes in the first place? Okay? That's what I'm gonna do. Just for you. Just for you, Huggy Bear. Just for my ex-husband and just for my, my ex-lover, since all three of y'all, between the three of you, don't understand why I'm just so special. I mean, all these people wondered why was she so special? Why it is that, well, y'all about to find out why I was so special. Okay? Okay. So we're gonna have some fun in this next episode. And I'm gonna get out here and be the hoe that I am. Even though I'm not a hoe, but since they wanted to try to pimp me out, right? Then guess what? If I'm gonna be a hoe, I might as be good at it. Okay? No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I am not a hoe in any capacity. I am not somebody out here hoeing. But it's all in fun. It's all in jokes. They know what I mean when I'm saying what I'm saying. No, they were all trying to get. It's crazy. Not all of them, but Huggy Bear was trying to get me on his team, and that's what I mean by that. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying the way I'm saying. Not that literally. No, I am not a hoe in any capacity. I don't even have a high body count. But anyway, like I said, but since he wanted, I want y'all to see why he wanted me on his team in the first place. And I'm sorry, Huggy Bear, I wasn't able to be on your team, sir, but you didn't let me be independent. I just want to be independent. That was it, Huggy Bear. I just wanted to be independent, self-sufficient, and dominant, and be able to hold my own, Huggy Bear. Now, no, I didn't know too much about social media. And you know what, Huggy Bear, you probably would have been a great help for that. And it's funny, some of the things you said I actually took your advice on. I really, really did. Because I did see maybe a couple of your videos and I just said, interesting. So you know what? It was fun enjoying myself. But you know what? This episode is dedicated to my ex-husband, the man that was trying to pimp me out, and my ex-lover. So, I mean, I'm so entertaining, right? Let me show you why I'm as entertaining as I am. So, I still got love for all three of them. I really do. I really do. But tonight is dedicated to them. Mm-hmm. It sure is. I'm going to have me a field day. Because I'm, come on and go with me. Doom, doom. Come on over to my place. Oh, I've had me a good laugh today. I needed a good laugh. I really did. I felt horrible all day, and then later I just come on here and had a good laugh. Like I said, I'm still gonna be a godly person no matter what. I am, but every now and again I got a joke in some way, shape, or fashion. I've learned I'm funny. So with that being said, I'm going to get ready for my Kama Sutra nights, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Oh, Deputy Dog. I don't know if Deputy Dog gonna show up because Deputy Dog, after what I just said, when Deputy Dog finds out that I'm doing my Kama Sutra tonight, when Huggy Bear find out, and I don't know about my ex-lover because I have no idea what he's up to. But anyway, when them two find out, eventually they're going to pop up and say, "Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Huggy Bear? How you doing, ex-husband?" But that's it. That's it. And for those of y'all that are they children, please don't come over here. Because it's all in jokes. It's all in fun. It ain't nothing serious. It is all in fun. They know what I'm talking about. They know exactly what I'm talking about. They ain't gonna do nothing but laugh. Huggy Bear ain't gonna do nothing but laugh. Because Huggy Bear knows exactly what I'm talking about while I'm saying this. He knows exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying as far as his hoes, because none of his hoes still can't touch me with a 10-feet pole. They ain't never gonna be able to touch me with a 10-feet pole. 10-feet pole. They just ain't. They tried, but they can't, because it ain't never gonna be another me. Never. Ever, 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 ever. That's why they couldn't mute me. And it was funny when they tried to mute me. And they tried really hard not to go ahead, because I was looking forward to being muted. Because the content that I was going to do was better than the content I did was over there. And I mean, I proved even on TikTok, I'm going to be just fine. I proved on Bigo, I'm just going to be just fine. Mm-hmm. Yep. So I've been good. Nah, I'm still godly no matter what. I'm always going to be a godly person. I'm just funny. I've learned to be funny. I have learned not to take nothing serious. Unless it's something that got something to do with my money. Other than that, I don't take nothing seriously. I'm all jokes. So don't mind me. So I'm very sure Huggy Bear gonna have something to say. I ain't gonna hear it though, because I don't go on their channels like that. So I won't ever hear it. But I'm sure he's gonna have something to say. Cause I wish you would tell me I'm lying about your hoes. Cause you know full well, Huggy Bear, you know full well they will never be me, Huggy Bear. You know this. Mm-hmm. You know this, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you? Oh God, I can't. I gotta do my house such a nice in a few minutes. Oh God. No. Cause see, no, there was only one. No, there was only one, and I have to give her credit. I really have to give her credit because I have to give her credit. I have to give her credit where credit is due. There's only one person. In all honesty, even though this person was a thorn in my side, I have to give her credit. She's the only person that literally can make me laugh when she talked about me. The only person that I gave a specific name just for her out the name that she actually used. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was funny when she never knew the way I said it. And I was like, I would say it in a certain way. She knew what I'm talking about. But she's the only person that actually made me laugh. Her videos literally made me made me laugh until they didn't. I don't mind, people being funny. I don't care about people being funny. But when it comes to my family, that's a whole another thing. And I wish she didn't go that way. But at the same time, we've squashed our situation. But her videos in the beginning used to make me laugh. I used to crack up laughing. I did. I used to crack up laughing about them. Why? Because they were funny to me. I don't mind people being funny. I don't care about that. What I don't like is when people start going personal. And that's when everything went wrong. But that was because of people that were using her as a vessel. And the fact that they used her as a vessel was a problem. So, like I said, I don't have a problem with anybody, having an issue. Not even an issue, but if you don't agree with me, that's fine. I can care less about it. What I don't like is when people blatantly go against my family. And like I said, they used her, and that's the F. I knew it. I said, watch. They're gonna try to use her as a way to basically target me, and it backfired miserably. It did. It backfired miserably. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The only one person that I actually that I have respect for, because like I said, she was honest, and that was Aunt Jemima. That's it. She's the only person in the beginning that I did not have an issue with. Her videos just used to make me laugh. Because I never thought in a million years that I was funny. Never thought I was funny. I've always been a serious person. I'm very serious. When I'm on social media, I'm a very serious person. But on here, I got to be funny. I did not realize how funny I was until her. She's the one that made me realize how funny I actually was. Actually, she made me realize a lot of things about myself that I didn't know. A lot of my talents that I didn't know I had. So I thank her for that. I really do. I thank her for making me realize how talented I was and how funny I was. So I thank her for that. So, like I said, a lot of videos taught me a lot of things about myself, good and bad. But I learned a lot from all of them. I really did. So I can't really be mad because sometimes you need that mirror, you need that reflection for you to see every side of you in order for you to be a better person. That's just how that works. So no, I mean, again, you'd be surprised how many people I don't have an issue with. I don't have an issue with nobody. And plus, now I'm more protective now than what I used to be. So I mean, this situation just taught me things about myself, as far as protecting my privacy, protecting certain things, and I learned a lot through it. So, I can't be mad about it. But I'm still the same lighthearted person I've always been. That's not going to change because not going to change because, you know, but I am a lot more private about my life than what I used to be. I'm more protective over it than I used to be. So, and I think that's the best way to be. And like I said, if you don't learn from negativity, then you'll continue to go through it until you finally have to learn from it. So I don't take negativity as a bad thing. I take it as a learning experience. I take it as, you learn, you grow, you evolve, and you become the best version of yourself by learning. And if you don't learn, then you're never going to grow. You're going to continue going through the same nonsense. And that, to me, isn't cool. So every person should be able to learn from their mistakes and grow and be the best version of themselves. So really, tell you the truth, all it did was just show me things about myself that I needed to know. So everybody's got to grow somehow. What kind of person would I be if I sat here and didn't grow? I'd be sitting up here, probably spending the rest of my life probably trying to figure things out. So no, there's nothing wrong with growing and becoming the best version of yourself. Every person needs to grow. Every person needs to, become the best version of themselves. And I think that's absolutely important. So you can't be mad if you learn from it and become, a better version of yourself because of it. So as long as you become a better version of it, that's all that matters. Oh, yeah, protein. I'm looking at something. How many are in here? 6. So, like I said, there's nothing wrong with, again, being the best version of yourself. But like I said, you don't grow and evolve unless you go through something. That's when you'll become the better version of yourself. So that being said, I think that's it for me. I'm about to go do my Kama Sutra nights. And if I see y'all, I see y'all. If I don't, I don't. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do a music. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out now. I'm just gonna let it flow however it's gonna flow. But just understand that if you don't watch it, if I decide to play music, if you don't watch it while I'm live, you will not see it when I get off of here because I'm gonna have to delete it. So it will be something I would just do just to do until it blocks. And if it blocks, once it's been blocked, then that's it. Because I won't be able to, and I don't know which songs will be where I know Chris Brown songs are an issue, but there are some songs. I think SZA is another one. So it's kind of hard to figure out what's what. So I probably wouldn't play that many Chris Brown or SZA. I probably would go more so with artists that pretty much are like either independent artists or something of that nature. So with that being said, I'm gonna go do my Kama Sutra nights now. I love y'all. It's been fun. It really has. It has been hilarious. I'm very sure the Huggy Bear is going to play back this video and laugh. I'm sure that my ex-husband is probably going to watch this and laugh. And I'm very sure my secret lover is going to laugh as well. They're all just going to laugh. Because, my ex-husband been wanting me to come back. Because matter of fact, he sent me a message talking about, I'm going to get you to 1,000 views. You coming back. Thank you, ex-husband. I appreciate you. I'm here, Deputy Dog. I'm here. Lord knows. I'm here. But Deputy Dog, I'll tell you now, the ones that don't like me, leave them over there where they at. Deputy Dog, I'm not playing with you. Hey, my ex-wife, my ex-sister wife. So how many other women has there been since I've been gone, Deputy Dog? Is out of curiosity? I'm just trying to make sure I can keep up with how many women you got. Because the last time I was over there, you was talking about all your directs, sir. Okay. Ex-husband, let me tell you something. I'm back, sir. Now, it don't mean I'm back over there, because I'm not. I'm just in my own independent space. Okay? I am not back over there. I'm in my own space, my own peace and quiet and tranquility. Deputy Dog. Okay? So, ex-husband, I appreciate you and thank you, because like I said, I know you wanted me to come on back, but I'm not technically back. Technically, I'm here in a new version of myself, Deputy Dog. So I ain't back. I'm actually newly here. So I'm newly here doing newly content. That's pretty much about it. So I am not a part of that situation. So please do not think that because I'm doing content that I am in that same spectrum, because I'm not. Okay, I'm not nowhere near that sector in any capacity. Because somebody said they wanted to mute me, remember, Deputy Dog? So ain't I still technically muted? I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to get some clarification. Because if I'm muted, then I have nothing to do with over there. I'm independent. I'm independent, and I'm doing my own thing, and that's it, Deputy Dog. So I'm going to continue doing my own thing and continuing being the best version of myself. And that's it. Because I ain't trying to be the story of a lot, Deputy Dog. I ain't looking back. I ain't turning into a pillar of salt. So the answer is no. But Deputy Dog, I am over here and I thank you. I do. I just want to say thank you. Doesn't mean we're getting back together. Doesn't mean we're getting remarried. Doesn't mean none of that. It just means I'm here. So, you're always welcome, Deputy Dog. Okay? Still got love for you, but you're still my ex-husband. Okay? Okay. Now, I already know who the person that is going to pay this. So all I'm going to say is, Hennywise, I already know where this is going. Fine. You have my permission to go ahead. Because, she's going to let it be known. She's going to let it be known. So I'm preparing. Lord, I'm preparing. Because I already know it's coming. All I know is when she play it, all I know it's going to be a wrap. All I know, I'm gonna. I just know, I pray to God there's not gonna be no problems, but I just have a feeling that there is. Because I have a strange feeling that the ones that don't like me are not gonna be happy about me minding my business. But Deputy Dog, I am minding my own business. I'm telling you now. I'm gonna make this personally clear before I start my Comedy Sutra nights. Deputy Dog, I am not dealing with the people that don't like me. I'm not. I'm not in any capacity, or I will go right back in retirement. So you need to keep them negative people away from me, because I don't want no parts of none of them. I don't. Huggy Bear, I'm gonna say the same thing to you. Keep your negative people away from me. Now I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna do my content. Now, Huggy Bear, all I'm saying to you is this here. And I'm gonna be nice because that's just who I am. Huggy Bear, the only thing that I was missing out of, everything was, and even though I do my own intros, which I do myself, which I'm proud of, an intro and an outro would have been all I needed from you. I could have helped the rest. Just to have a really dope intro and an outro would be great. Would have been nice. Because then maybe things would have been a little bit different, wouldn't they? But like I said, I'm not asking for nothing. Because again, I feel like if somebody wants to give me something, they're going to give it to me because they want to give it to me. But you know the one thing that used to piss me off though, Huggy Bear? It had nothing to do with the fact of what you thought my issue was with you. My issue, Huggy Bear, with you was the fact that you did not trust my talent. You thought I was just some person that didn't know anything about podcasting. I know more about podcasting than you give me credit for. I am someone that does very well at what I do. I do not take what I do as a joke. I really don't. But am I entertaining? Absolutely. So at the end of the day, you gave all of these people intros that were never going to go to the next level anyway. Me, I've done so. My podcast does very well, very extremely well, and I'm very proud of each and every last one of my podcasts. My goal is to be syndicated. See, if you would have sat down and talked to me, Huggy Bear, you would have known this. You would have known exactly what it was I was trying to do. But then again, you didn't never have a conversation with me. You just assumed because I blocked you. No, I blocked you for a reason. I blocked you because the one thing about me is I don't like people trying to insult my intelligence. I mean, I'm sure you have figured out by now I'm very intelligent by now, so trust me. I ain't gonna do nothing unless I do my research on it. I really ain't. So, Huggy Bear, the only thing, like I said, I may have to go to Fiverr to see about getting an intro. Because, see, here's the issue. I can do a great intro, but the issue is copyright. So, that would be something I probably would need your help with. But, again, I ain't begging nobody to do nothing. But I take what I do very seriously. I take everything on this platform very seriously. It was the reason why I created it. I created it for a reason. And yeah, now I'm a life coach. That is something I take very seriously as well. So, like I said, my actual podcast is very serious to me, and you can tell by the way I do it. I take it very seriously. This is not something I do for fun. This is not something I'm doing just for cash apps and PayPals. And if somebody does give me cash apps and PayPals, I greatly appreciate it. I really do. But at the same time, I would like my stuff to be syndicated. I want sponsors. And I'm not trying to do anything to not let that happen, Huggy Bear. So, like I said, you gave all these people all them godforsaken intros, and they did absolutely nothing with it except use them for YouTube beefs, which you the one told them to do, and they still ain't went nowhere. So, Huggy Bear, you sure you trusted a lot of people with your intros, Huggy Bear, because they didn't have enough views to even see your intros, sir. I do. But then again, you knew that. So, like I said, Huggy Bear, you may have had a bunch of godforsaken clones of me. And you may have had a whole bunch of people, a bunch of zombies running around here. But honey, there's only one original, sir. One. So I'm going to continue to do my commentary as I always do. And so, Huggy Bear, when I build my channel, this time around, I'm not going nowhere. I am here to stay. And I will continue to do my content the way I see fit, that I want to do it by any means necessary. So that being said, I think I've said everything I need to say on this point. I'm going to go do my Kama Sutra nights. Gotta get set it up. Give me a couple minutes, and then I'm going to have some fun and enjoy myself. Huggy Bear and Deputy Dog, I still got love for you. And my ex-husband still got love. I mean, my ex-lover, I have love for you too. So, that being said, I'm going to go mind my business now and go do what I need to do. Like I said, it's all in fun. But I'm just saying. So I'm sure you have a lot to think about, Huggy Bear. And Deputy Dog, I'm sure I'll see you eventually. And my ex-lover, eventually you'll pop up too. So eventually I'll see all of y'all. With that being said, I'm out of here. Much love to you. I'm going to go do my podcast now. I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification button to receive notifications of my videos. And I'm out of here.